Hi, welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Star, and I'm wishing you all a happy new year. So I watched new HBO Max's Velma show, and I have some very strong thoughts, so stick around as I explain the pain I felt while watching the first 2 episodes that are out, as well as my concerns surrounding the whole show. The first episode of Velma is about a teen girl found dead in Velma's locker, and she is accused of murder. Velma isn't sure at first about solving Brenda's murder due to her hallucinations that occur whenever she tries to solve anything in the past. But eventually throughout the episode, she attempts to prove her innocence. I'll get my gripes about the show out later, but one thing I will say is the animation for the hallucinations are great. I really liked them, and I could feel the tension and panic that came across when Velma did hallucinate. In the first episode, Velma is still overcoming the grief she feels after her mother's disappearance and how she is the reason for it. You see, Velma has been into mystery since she was younger, and because of that, her mother goes out to buy her a new Christmas present after Velma found all her other ones. Her mother was never seen again afterward. While her dad believes her mother just left them, Velma thinks otherwise. While Velma investigates Brenda's murder, Fred is then believed to have killed Brenda instead of Velma. I won't spoil any details as to how. By the end of the episode, another dead body is found, this time in Velma's garage can outside her home. Now, episode 2 focuses on 3 things primarily. 1, Velma wants the cold case file on her mother and has to work with Daphne, her ex-best friend, on her drug business. 2, Fred's trial. And 3, Norval wanting to help get Velma the $500 she needs in order to blackmail her into liking him. Yeah, dark, right? The show plays it all off as just jokes. I won't spoil the outcomes of these 3 situations, but we get more insight into these characters, more specifically Fred and his childish dynamic and anger issues, and Daphne and the reasoning why she even sells drugs in the first place, as well as a new clue in Velma's mother's disappearance. I think in any other show, all of this would be rich in storytelling, but with Velma, it's all too overshadowed by meta commentary and stereotypes, and this leads to the main issue with the show so far. One thing you instantly notice about the first episode, something you even notice with the marketing for the show, is the meta commentary about adult teen shows and the portrayal of things within Hollywood's media. But the problem with this is they end up being the exact show they criticize, and not in a funny way. The show is full of such commentary that it ends up being hard to even sit through. The first episode starts off with teen girls in the show talking about the over-sexualness and nudity in more adult-oriented teen shows while sexualizing and showing the partially naked teen girls. It comes off like,
"It's weird when shows do this," or "I hate when shows do this. But I am going to show the exact same thing I find weird because we are those types of shows that we hate and want to comment on their depictions."
But instead of coming off like actual commentary on the state of Hollywood and sexualizing in shows, it comes off more like a joke about being self-aware of it, and then nothing. This show takes self-awareness and clutters it into every joke they can possibly make. I would like to say their opening leads into another issue of Hollywood wanting to make adult-oriented shows, but continuously set the shows in high school. Then you have depictions of minors having sex or doing drugs, and weird commentary about all of this, when in most cases, none of it is true. At least not to the extent these shows depict it as. And it becomes weird watching shows like this garbage dump with so much adult humor that has me questioning, who is this for? Even if the show was its own entity, I don't think it would have been any better. Like I said, I really like the hallucination bits. Some scenes actually got me to laugh, but overall I was cringing with the fourth wall breaks and societal commentary. It is okay if every once in a while you comment on society and its problems. I actually like that in shows and stories and books and movies, etc. But every scene is practically littered with it, and I wonder if I am watching a murder mystery show or a social commentary one. It has no true identity or objective. In this new iteration of the Scooby Gang, the title characters are new and different, with new sets of personalities that confine each character into a specific box. I think the biggest disappointment is Shaggy's character. Personally, I don't mind the race swaps. I don't think the show's issue is that these characters aren't white. I think the issue is that they don't give off the same appeal or vibe like past iterations did. At least keep some of the characters' characteristics, because then you have a whole new set of characters and nothing recognizable of the old property it's based from. Nothing to connect them besides their names and outfits. Some characters get a whole redesign from their appearance to personality, and Shaggy has it the worst. You can make him black, that's totally fine. I don't care if his race got changed, but giving him a whole redo in personality, motive, etc. essentially makes him an entirely new character. Let my man say like every second again. Make him more raggedy and casual. Make him a coward. I think Shaggy is definitely going to be pushed aside this season in favor of Velma, Daphne, and Fred. The first episode sets up conflicts and goals for each character. So far for Shaggy, he gets rejected by Velma, gets friend-zoned, and then that's it. And by the way episode 2 ended, I doubt he'll still try to get her attention anymore. So then what is left for him to do? Despite my gripes, I am still going to watch the show. Not to ish on it or hate watch it like others are doing, but to truly see if there is any sort of reform. What value is there to change the Scooby-Doo formula from a supernatural-esque mystery show to actual murders? Could this have been done without the Scooby IP? What happened to Velma's mom, and who is killing these popular girls? Despite everything, I am always all in for murder mystery stories. So yeah, that was my quick bite on the show. Let me know if you watched it, and let me know if you want a larger video when the season is over. I don't think anyone should hate watch and be hella rude online, even if the show is made out of spite, because despite your feelings on the creator, there is more than one person working on the show, more than one person who put their all into this, and I would hate for them to get attacked or feel down just because they're associated. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts below. Jen and I will see you next time. Bye, and remember, stay a kid at heart. Peace.